Burke, what's up?
I'm living good, man. Could have been right last week. I told you so. Not because I'm always right, but they tend to call me Mr. Told You So. It's because when something happens and I'm right, shit, I told you so. I'm living good, man. I'm happy to survive and see another day, which is people tend to tell me when I'm, questioning life. Not that I'm questioning life all the time, but when are we not? Nah, but welcome to episode 46 of the Bucket Up Pod, man.
46 of them.
Can't believe you put up with me this much, but I'm feeling good, man. How are you doing, Ty Doyle Dizzle?
I'm good, bro. I'm tired as fuck, dude. I've
Let
been
him
up since
speak on it.
I've been up since fucking 5:30, moving shit into the new house. That's what I'm recording right now. I'm in the second bedroom because we got a second bedroom now. You
Mazel
know?
tov.
Yeah, man. Fuck this shit. I don't recommend moving to anybody. Hella trash. We were moving shit all week because I've been hitting you up and telling you we've been moving shit all week slowly, and we're like, yeah, that way we don't have to, go OD on like one day and just be crazy, and like what I mean. We only had like a couple big shit left, and we had a couple homies with trucks rolled through, and we loaded up. Still sucked. I done hit my fucking thumb on some shit. You know what I'm saying? We try to get a fucking like a couch with a bed in it downstairs, and that shit was wild. Bed started rolling out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, moving the shit was easy. It was just like, you know what I'm saying, get everything in. And then we had to go back and then clean the other place, which was fucking trash. And then I haven't taken a nap. Niggas is sleepy, fam.
Hey, man, be grateful because there's plenty of people that have to. Well, hey, let's
There's
start from
motherfuckers
scratch.
who ain't got a house that they moving.
Yeah, there's that. There's homeless, but I'm saying
Constantly moving.
beyond that, there's plenty of times where people have to move in and out like the fucking day. And luckily, I've been at the same spot for like 8 years. But before that, yeah, year after year, I was in and out of new spot after new spot. And the same day you're moving out is the same day you're moving in. So for you to be out here taking weeks at a time, let's take little trips. Be happy.
Hey,
Be happy.
bro, my back hurt and my feet hurt, bro.
Go see it. I got a good fucking chiropractor after the car accident.
Okay. I need to get one. My fucking lower back be spazzing. I probably just need to work on my core, to be real.
One time, because people don't know, for the buckets out there outside of Arizona, it's like 120 degrees.
Fucking hot.
So the move is kind of egregious, especially at this time of year.
See, we got fucked because we moved down here in fucking July, excuse me, because Katie got her teaching job over the summer, and you obviously teaching starts fucking August here, and because they're like, oh, it's so hot, we might as well have the kids inside instead of running around. So like, we had to move in this bitch in middle of July, 115, and when we moved, we had like a big ass truck like that came down from New York, and they had to be like, they were like, yo, you gotta get all your shit off in 30 minutes. So we were like fucking rushing in 115 degree weather, and now we stuck moving in July, so it's all fucking trash.
It's like a Joe Rogan fucking TV show. Like, get your clothes and everything in 15 minutes, 120
like, bro,
degrees.
What?
I swear, I did the same shit. I shipped my car. I moved back and forth from here to New York and shit a couple times. One of which I had a car and they shipped it, and they called me. They're like, "Yo, it's in the middle of the street. Look out!" And I looked up, and the shit was really in the middle of the street. I was like, "What the fuck?" They just left the keys with the door open with the fucking hazard lights on.
That's wild. They just dropped your shit off. They ain't even like have somebody drive it down. They just tilted that shit up.
Yeah,
let that shit slide off the back.
It was already paid for. But there was one time I was moving in this crazy heat, and what's funny is I didn't hydrate that day, and all I remember, I kind of fainted, not fainted, but blacked out in the middle of the living room.
Still,
I guess. And when I came to, the apartment was decorated and everything was moved and unpacked, so everyone just kind of like worked around.
You laying in the middle of the living room, motherfucker, just moving boxes around you. They're doing that shit where like they're carrying the couch and you're like, step, Jesse.
That's exactly what happened, dude. I woke up to, like, I swear it felt like hours later, refreshed and I mean, not hot anymore.
Mhm.
And I looked up, and the couch was there, TV was running, my room was even like my shit was not unpacked, but my boxes were in my room, and I was like, damn.
Motherfuckers just chilling on the couch, drinking a beer, like, hey, yo, he came too.
I was definitely out for hours, and
That's wild.
so lesson learned: definitely hydrate before you do anything, let alone carry a bunch of furniture. There was the one time, I think I told you this or spoke on it in the pod. One time a homie asked me to help him move, or he was running his side moving business, and he was like, yo, I'll pay you on the side if you help me do this job.
Should have said no.
I could have, but at the time I wanted and needed the money. Right. And so he didn't tell me it was 3 stories until after we got there, and it was too late to kind of go back on it.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I'm already here. I can't be like, yeah, never mind.
So the weirdest shit was the guy that we were helping move, he was so animate about potassium levels and having your blood sugar at a certain level that he kept feeding us bananas every time we moved a piece of furniture.
That sounds like some fetish shit, bro.
So I went up.
He's like, watching you eat the banana, fam?
I don't know. So I went up there. I'd be like, here's the couch. Where do you want it? He's like, put it in this room. Here, man, you need a banana for your potassium levels. I was like, all right, bet. So I walked downstairs, and my boy Ricardo was like, why you got a banana? He's like, he gave one to me. And then Ricardo went up there walking down back with a banana himself. And then he was talking about, all right, man, move this chair. And I was like, chill, bro. I don't want to go up too fast. I don't want him to give me another banana.
Right, he was like, yo, eat this banana. Like, oh, okay. So like, no, whoa, slower.
And shouts to Wiz Khalifa. He said a grown man can't eat a whole banana without.
Bro, I think I told somebody like the shit that give me anxiety the most. Well, it's a couple things. As a dude, I guess, which is like, I guess society. You say fuck society with, these gender roles or whatever. But I'm like, I don't like eating bananas in public. I like break them motherfuckers in half. I'll eat them on the side if I have to. You know what I mean? I'll eat them under a table. Like I don't even, what I'm saying?
Like you're in jail and shit.
Like or like I'm Mark Sanchez on the sideline eating a hot dog, just like sneaking the banana in. Popsicles too. Like I just can't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try some other shit, but all like not
lollipop. You just you break that shit against the you break that shit against the wall.
Grown man can't eat a lollipop, bro. You just can't anymore. It's a wrap on that. Once you hit like 13, 14, you just gotta stop eating lollipops. If
it's a blow pop and it's got the gum inside, you just crunch on the hard ass candy.
Can you imagine you just seen a grown man with a ring pop? You just sitting there.
He's like, so you're here about a loan? It's like the dude working.
You walk into anywhere, there's just a dude just eating a ring pop. You're like, bro, what the fuck is happening? And like that's not even the thing. It's just like I don't think a grown person can eat a ring pop. That shit's wild. But the other thing I got anxiety about is like more like a black thing. But I get one, it's like watermelon. I don't pick a watermelon at supermarkets anymore. Because I'm like, I might just see like a white person off in the distance, like, look at these niggas, man.
Oh, well, where do you get a watermelon now?
I just have Katie go get it.
You're like a watermelon dealer?
Katie got to run me the watermelon, fam. But also, I'm not getting produce anyway. I'll be in the aisle filling out the avocados for 18 minutes, just like pushing it, like, shit, it's a little too soft. This one too hard.
Not so much at this job, but the last job I used to get a lot of Jewish jokes when I got bagels. So I feel you on that.
Yeah, I can't. I just don't want nobody just like I'm picking up the fucking watermelon, seeing if it's good, and I just look over at a white dude smirking. I don't want it.
I don't know, man.
Watermelon's fucking delicious, man. It's the only melon that's good.
Yeah, but I can't believe I think that's a stupid thing because it's like who doesn't like fried chicken and watermelon? You know,
right?
Like why is Kool-Aid like why is that such a taboo?
I don't know. I don't get it.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
Right.
Who nobody likes, which is weird. People are like, oh, you opened a can of worms. So like, who the fuck who would do that?
That's wild. But I guess speaking of Kool-Aid and being cheap, the biggest thing on Twitter this whole week has been, or not the biggest thing. The biggest thing was probably LeBron and his school shit. But another thing, Also, there was another thing on Twitter that was like the "I still beat" thing. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that?
I still beat. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I gathered from the title.
Yeah, it was like dudes saying that they hit, and then girls saying, "Oh, this like girl would come up with all these like ways like, oh, you acting like is like you is only one person in the act of sex, or like they'd be like, oh, your dick small anyway, or like you stink or something." But it's like, and the dude just always come back with, yo, I still beat, and it was like, yeah, dog, there's really nothing you can do because like the more you say how trash the guy was, the worse it is that you let him beat. So it's like no way you can really stomp that. But I was just like, to me, I was thinking the whole time, it sounded like both of y'all just kind of hurt. Like he had all that shit happen to him. He was just his only rebuttals I still beat, and then you still let him beat. So it's kind of an L on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that type of shit, I don't, like you were saying, I don't know. I don't think it's one to go at somebody that you had prior relations with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should kind of leave that alone or off the internet or.
Right, that's what I would do. But you know, this is Twitter people we talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on the girls' behalf. It's kind of like that. The beginning of I think Back to Cali, the Biggie song, where he's fighting with that girl and he says so and so, and she's like, "Yeah, whatever. You still ate my pussy," and he's like, "Yeah, whatever. You still suck my dick." So I think like, yeah, you kind of sound stupid if you make fun of somebody if you engaged with them something.
Right. Like I was so trash, but you still was riding, so that's wild. But
yeah, so
you know what I mean. But it's like, and also you still might be trash. So like I said, it's an L on both sides. But that's beside the point. The main thing we're trying to get to was there was this long tweet about this girl who had kids. Yeah, I guess she had a couple kids. Asked the guy she was dating for $20 for a kid's field trip. But it was, and I guess it was they were going on the field trip the next day. She asked just for $20, and the guy's like, "Oh, what you need $20 for?" And he's like, "Oh, my kids need a field trip." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, we should have asked earlier, but also like they got your kids got baby daddies. You definitely should have asked them first." And then she was like, "Oh, I did ask them. They didn't have it. That's why I'm asking you. Figure I could come to you about this stuff." He was like, "Nah, you're gonna have to get that shit from your baby daddy though." And so it sparked like this big debate on whether or not Homeboy was being cheap or if like the girl was kind of, if he had some points and the girl was kind of wilding. And also other people were saying Homegirl must have been broke as shit if she asked him for $20.
Yeah, context is everything. Like we were saying, when it comes to situations like this, I try not to judge because I don't know the dude, I don't know the girl, but I guess all we can do as human beings is say what we would do if it was us,
Right.
But yeah, like I guess out of context, we don't know how many times she's been asking him for $20. Like I was saying, it could have been like the boy who cried wolf type of shit where the type of shit I used to pull when I was a kid. I'd be like, "Ma, can I stay home from school? My stomach hurts." She'd be like, "No, it doesn't." I'm like, my leg hurts." She's like, "Doesn't matter." I'm like, "My head hurts." And she'd be like, "All right, then stay home." And eventually that would run out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as he said in the tweets for people that didn't see, he kind of said like, you didn't word the fact that you wanted to borrow the money and had intentions to pay me back.
No, he did. She didn't.
More so just wanted the money itself. There's layers to it, man. Me and you went to public school. We know how fucking cutthroat they are when it comes to the field trips. They give you like a week and they'd be like, "Get your parents to sign this." You're like, "Oh,
yeah, you can't. Sometimes like that last minute shit don't be rocking.
Yeah, they used to do that all the time. They're like, "All right, we're going to the science center. Get this signed, or else you can't go tomorrow." And I'd be like, "All right," and then I'd forget.
Bro, I used to forward them shits every now and then.
Oh, hell yeah!
Like, this ain't your mom's handwriting. I'm like, fuck.
You see all the practice signatures on the back of the paper, like,
right? Like I got the worst handwriting ever. It's like, bro, this is just your terrible handwriting that you tried to make a little bit better.
Second and third or second grade or like fourth grade, you try to go to the back of the bus where the third and fifth graders are, and sixth graders, and you're like, yo, I know y'all are learning cursive and shit. Like, like I'll pay y'all $1 to sign this.
All right. I mean, the flaw is like you never seen your mom's handwriting, so you don't even know what that shit look like.
So there was many a times I forgot and I couldn't go on a field trip because I forgot to fucking sign or get it signed. But going back to the main point. If it was my girlfriend, man, like, yeah, I don't mind giving her $20 or lending her money. I guess, like I said, there's levels to it because I probably wouldn't date somebody that had kids before me.
That's true.
And that's just my opinion. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's plenty of relationships that exist with that. I just personally wouldn't because that's a lot of responsibility, such like this one, where you have to defend yourself. Where he was logically sound, like, oh, they waited till last minute, like that's not my problem. Like I don't need to give the money. And she turned it into, oh, I'm your girlfriend. You should be able to give your girlfriend $20. And on that accord, yes, then she should have came with him with that energy, you know?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my girl asks for $20, I usually like, unless I literally don't have the money for some reason. It's like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
She should have just asked that. With her going like, listen, I'm your girlfriend. And I'm literally just asking for $30 or $20. Don't. She can't fall back and make it seem like I'm just doing XYZ when it at first was this entire like sap story, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's also the point that he had was that the kids have a dad and they need to contribute. Now, I get him saying like I'm not like I get you have kids, but I'm not trying to. I don't want to start a thing where I'm paying for their stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can see it from that kind of point of view. But at the same time, I had somebody else break it down. They were saying if you're somebody who would date somebody with kids, you kind of have to accept that those kids are in the people's lives. You know what I mean? So like when it's shit like that, and if you're really trying to rock with that person, you should kind of be prepared for shit like this, or you mean more open to it, or amenable, I guess is a big word you would say that on that one. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense because you knew that she had a kid. Like if you weren't really into that shit before, you probably should be just like you and not date chicks with kids. You know what I mean?
And there's also just like we've always speak on the Bucket Up podcast, you got to learn to finesse and finagle. And another finagle would be the days, if you are dating somebody with kids, the days she brings the kids over or you're hanging out there and she's got the kids, that's when you should economize and cook and bust out your ability to make grilled cheeses or some shit like that, right?
Right.
The nights where she doesn't have the kid is when you should reserve the money to take her out on dates and shit like that.
Right.
So then you have the best of both worlds. The kids are happy and there's no like, listen, I only got money for me and you type shit. That's how I would go about it. But like I said, I would avoid that shit completely because that's just not a scenario I would get myself into.
Right. But the other thing that's also kind of I peeped because she asked him for the 20, and he said, "Oh, when you need it by," and she said, "Oh, she needed it tomorrow because they're going on a field trip," and he said, "Oh, you should have asked me sooner." And so that tells me is that he just ain't had no fucking money. And he was broke as fuck, and then he decided to twist it into some other shit. He's like, "Oh, damn, you should have asked me earlier." And he was broke, but he didn't want to look broke, so he flipped it in some shit where it was her fault or like her baby daddy, like, "Oh, yo, like I ain't got the money, but this ain't because I'm broke. It's because you need to be asking them kids' dads for the money." Fuck that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a whole different scenario. Yeah,
right. That's really what he did. It's like, all right, bro. So you was broke.
Yeah, you can't be broke and then drop some like philosophical, economical
shit
knowledge
after that. Yeah, you know what I mean, like it's like when you fuck up and like you get the wrong thing or you do something else and you come back later like, see it, you know what I mean? It worked out anyway because of this and that, and it's like, nah, I don't need to be in this and that because you was already fucking up.
Yeah, by that logic, he's like, I could give you $1 million right now, but that's not the right thing to do. It's like, my man, you couldn't even give $20. Like,
yeah, fam.
I don't know. I guess we can leave that up for the buckets. This week that could be what they go at each other next about. So far, last week was about a grilled fucking watermelon, which is
That
disgusting.
shit was gross. I kept getting tagged in that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, I mean racism. I guess I don't know.
No. It wasn't like a racist thing.
I know. I'm just.
I don't know what it is when I get tagged when people see disgusting food. I don't know if it's because I had a couple Facebook posts in a row where I'm just like, it's like, oh, we put this spaghetti in a fucking apple pie, and I'm like, what the fuck? And now everybody's just like, oh, like, hey Todd, look at this disgusting shit. I'm like, bro, what?
Send me something cool. My homie, shouts to this friend on Facebook. He likes when we debate like sports and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me some sports shit, and then like it was funny because he's like, "Yo, what's your opinion?" And then I gave my opinion. And he's like, "Yo, you crazy, man." I was like,
"You asked for it."
Yeah, I was like, "You told me to give you my opinion." But I was like, "Yeah, you got it." But yeah, I don't know. Going back to the whole cheap thing, like it depends. Yeah, if you really don't have it and you're broke, then you should be at that point with your girl, like, oh, I don't have the money. You know that I got paid on this date or whatever.
All right, he ain't had to deflect and shit.
Yeah, deflect and turn it into like, hey, this is a teachable moment for you.
Like, yo, this ain't got nothing to do with my brokenness. This is about your brokenness.
and your lack of spending habits.
First of all, I ain't got a 20, but you the first nigga that ain't had a 20.
But no, we've spoke on previously in the Bucket Up Pod about like tipping for takeout food and kind of bad service at a restaurant. But there was a new dynamic that kind of got thrown my way last night.
Was this a thing where the person puts like the $5 on the table?
No.
I'll tell you that one after your thing.
Yeah, we could talk about that one next. But this one was a unique, and it was funny because I didn't know what to do, so I was like, I'll just flesh it out on the pod. Shouts to Outback Steakhouse. You know how I fuck with them heavy.
Yeah, I'll get stay out of Outback, bro.
I order their to-go shit because they're right down the street. It's reasonable priced and whatever. So this time around, they fucked up again. And they forgot something to go with one of the items that I ordered. And they forgot the bread and butter. But this was the unique part. They actually threw in more food. So I guess I got someone else's order.
Oh, shit.
So they fucked up and gave me more food worth my money's worth, like more than I paid for.
Right.
It was different items, but you know me, I'll eat fucking anything.
So you didn't tell them?
So that was the predicament. I was gonna call them and be like, yo, like you guys fucked up again. I actually wanted this, but they actually ended up giving me, $10 to $15 worth of more stuff. So I just kept my mouth shut. What would have you done?
If I fuck with the food, I probably would have ate it.
I did eat. Yeah, it was good food. It was all shit that I would have ordered on another night,
Right, yeah. Like, but if it's some shit I really didn't want, or if I had my heart set on whatever the fuck I ordered, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna need that, fam. But if not, yeah, like you fucked up, I guess. Like they'll figure it out.
Yeah, but that's what happened, and so I ended up eating Outback, and it wasn't specifically what I ordered, but like I said, they ended up giving me more than I expected. So that was a unique dynamic because they tend to fuck up, and usually when they fuck up, it's like they short you. They didn't short me; they gave me extra, but it wasn't
somebody else. Yeah, I thought you were talking about tips. I saw this shit on Twitter that was like this dude says when he and his wife go out to dinner, they put $5 on the table when they first sit down, and then like as soon as if the waiter fucks up, they start taking away. They take away $1, and like they just like watch how the like. And he was like, "It'd be the best service you ever get," because they be confused, and then they realize what it is halfway through, and everybody's like, "Yeah, dog, that's trash."
I will say, I mean, visually that's really stupid and trashy, but to go back in time, tips was an acronym. I think it stands for like to increase prompt service, and it was actually given to the waiter or server at the beginning of the meal. and whatever amount you gave them was the amount of service they gave you.
Right, because I think it used to be like, yeah, rich people would tip the waiter so they get served first and shit like that.
Yeah.
And now it's at the end.
So it used to be like, all right, here's $100. Give me $100 worth of service. Now it's just like it's an honor system. Like, yo, I'm gonna do really good like service tonight. I hope you pay me a lot. And people are just people. And I know people who I'm with. They're like, wow, I really like that person. I'm gonna give them $50 or whatever it is. And then I know some people that no matter if the person's a fucking perfect server, they'll still bust out the calculator and be like, oh, 20%, 20%, you know?
Yeah, that's probably me, man. I'm more if somebody's bad or somebody's like not that great or if they're like really, really good, it's like, bro, you're getting 20%. Like that's just all I budgeted for, fam.
Yeah, but I'm saying like usually the people that it's extremes because usually the people I'm with that pay a lot are empathetic or sympathetic to the industry because they're in it themselves.
Right. That's all my friends who've been in it are like tip wild.
Yeah.
And then everybody who wasn't, it's just like they get what they get, fam.
We'll go to an appetizer. We'll go get an appetizer, 2 waters. They'll be like, "Yo, give them like 80%." I'm like, "Dude, shut up, chill."
Right, and then I was reading through that thread, and people were like, "Nah, 25% is like what I usually do, and if they do more, I give them more." I'm like, "Bro, you tipping 25%?" And then they said they tip 15% on like drinks at a bar, and I'm like, "Who the fuck?" They said 10% on takeout. And then 15% on drinks at the bar. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, bro?
No, I'm doing $1 and a drink for a bar.
And I'm giving you $1 and then I'm gonna get a couple drinks. I'm not gonna do $1 a drink. You know how crazy that tip is?
No. Yeah. I mean, $1. It depends. I mean, yeah.
If I have one drink, then it's like, all right, you get $1. But it's like, because if you say I buy a beer or which is even wild to tip on a beer. But like, you know what I mean? I buy a cocktail at $6. I give you $1 tip. Like, bro, that's like a 40% tip or some shit like that, right?
I prefer just when they have the bowl out and you just throw like a Wild 5 down. You're like, I'm good for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I like that because it's like you get it out of the way.
Yeah,
you don't feel the pressure. But also too, I hate when like you do it and they don't see you do that shit.
There was one like back in my past life when I was like partying and shit. You know, like when you're drunk and you're paying with a card and you're just trying to like do math in your head and you're just like, fuck, this is horrible right now. I one time like tipped somebody and then like I scratched it out and rewrote it and the girl was like, "Did you really just take $1 away?" And I was like, "All right, my bad." Like shit, like like in my head it sounded like a lot more, you know, like
yeah, I did, and that's funny. I actually had a homie who used to like if the bill was like I don't even know, like 17.33, he would make it so where he has the even amount. So it's like he only pays the even amount, and then he'll tip the waiter like $3.66. Like I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, what?
That's
like,
funny.
Bro, you're really out here tipping on your car's change, just give him a full 4.
Shouts to him budgeting his fucking bank account though.
He just like even numbers. That's all it was. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's whatever. We talked about tips before, but I just wanted to bring that up. But did you see any movies this week or no?
I will say, man, I'm still trying Atlanta on FX. I've watched the first season for the second time now, and I watch it late at night when I'm dozing off anyway, so it's hard for me to really hard for me to get off into the dialogue and shit. But yeah, it's just not hitting for me, man. I don't know if it's too slow or
wild, B.
I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I could see where it's amazing and why people like it and stuff, but for some reason, it's just not catching my attention. Power is kind of pushing me in a different direction as well. I'm kind of falling off.
Bro, I haven't watched it in 3 weeks, and I have no appetite to go watch it.
It's not as good as I thought it'd be, and it's upsetting me. But that's life. When you put your expectations so high and they're not met by something else, they come crashing down.
Yeah. I might just be off it like I was with The Walking Dead. Eventually, I just stopped watching it. I was like, yeah, it's not worth it, B. It's just kind of butt
Yeah.
cheeks. What did I see? I saw Hotel Transylvania 3 this week. I've seen a bunch of kid movies, apparently. I didn't even see Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2.
I've never seen. I didn't even know that was out. I thought that's like Halloween shit.
Right. Is Adam Sandler playing the Count Dracula? It was actually kind of funny. I don't know if it was because I was at the movie theater and then there was like this little kid next to me and he was cracking up the whole movie. So like I was laughing when he was laughing because he was just like dying and shit. And I'm like, yo, this shit might be funny.
Yeah, kids' laughter makes it contagious.
Right? I'm just like, yeah, you right. Adam Sandler is funny. So yeah, that was cool. You can go see that if you want. And then yesterday I went and saw Teen Titans Go movie. And did you ever watch the Teen Titans or nah?
Nah, I was thinking a little after my time.
It was not. We were both young as shit. But yeah, nah, like the Teen Titans Go is for sure after our time. But the first Teen Titans, like the TV show, where it was like serious, that used to be my shit. And then they made Teen Titans Go, and it was like all like fucking trying to be funny, and there was like not really any like kind of action. And I was like, man, what the fuck is this shit? But I saw the movie, and it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I heard it was good, so I checked it out. It was definitely funny. For sure.
I'll have to check it out. I'm excited, looking forward to Venom whenever that releases.
Oh yeah, that's in November. The movie I'm looking forward to next week is Black Klansman.
Oh,
that shit about to be fire.
Spike Lee joint? Yeah, dude, let me go.
I'm about to. Everybody want to go, fam. I'm about to go with Trav and Aubrey and Katie, and I guess people from work want to go too. I mean, I'll go see it 3 times. I got AMC shit.
Where I got the new cup. Oh, AMC. Damn, I got the Harkins cup.
What do you mean? Oh, the cup. Okay.
You get $1.50 refill.
No, I got the AMC like stubless thing when they let you see 3 movies a week for $20 a month or some shit like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Spike Lee joint, so I'm all about it.
Right. Even though Spike Lee is weird because he got some hits on his directorial, like, you know what I mean, like catalog, but then he got some big misses like Chirac. That shit was trash. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I heard this is like his best movie since like Fight or Do the Right Thing. You know what I mean?
And Denzel Washington's son's in it, so shouts to that.
It's crazy. He's on Ballers, and now he's gonna be in a fucking movie that I'm guessing is gonna get acclaim.
Which is gonna be Ballers gonna be new season coming this month.
You might have to pivot to that instead of Power.
Yeah, I might have to. No, I mean I watch them both, but I was just
gonna be back. Was it this week? Next week?
The 12th.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be back soon.
And shouts to Matt Miller. I was talking to he was defending Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's like, I love The Rock. All his movies are awesome. Like laughing, obviously. And I was like, nah, man, they suck. He fights all these inanimate objects. And I actually like him in Ballers though, because the one thing that he's always like kind of wanted to be was a football agent, and he is that in that show. So
yeah. I mean, it doesn't really have a plot, that show, but every time I watch it, it's been entertaining. It's just entourage. It's just football entourage.
Yeah, it's exactly it. It's just like the lifestyle of the rich and the famous. It's the fucking it's just like, oh shit, how hard it is to be an agent, loyalty and respect and gaining a name in an industry and that type of shit.
I feel you. But yeah, I guess that's we're gonna light a pod for the homies out there. But it's that time of the week that everybody waits for. What's your song of the week, fam?
Yeah, we're gonna cut it a little short this week. Ty's exhausted, man. We're gonna let the man rest. All right, my man moved to and from a spot.
I need a big nap.
My man needs a big nap. If he smoked like me, he'd have a weed nap, which makes you way refreshed. But yeah, man, song of the week. You know me. I kind of do my homework, listened up on what you were talking about. with the new Chance the Rapper songs. I like
Oh yeah.
I like 65th and Ingleside.
Mm-hmm.
I love I might need security because that's how I feel a lot. One of the best lines that he had was, "I'm not a good guy. I'm not a nice. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. The bad guy should be on my good side." That shit was
Oh
hard.
yeah, that boy got
But
bars, man.
I actually went back and did some research on that dude that died a couple months ago on XXX Tentacion.
Oh, why? Just cause?
Nah, because with LeBron opening the school, there was like I went down this like YouTube rabbit hole of like all these rappers going down and helping kids in school and shit, and he actually did a lot of that. So I just wanted to give him a shout for that.
That's crazy. I mean, he did also allegedly beat people, so it's like not great.
All right, man. Well,
yo, shout out to 21 Savage though. He's definitely doing shit in the community, which is wild. He goes from singing about shooting people in St. Laurent's,
yeah,
and he's like opening he like teaching kids how to do like how to manage their finances in the city and shit.
but nah, and then
it's kind of wild.
the other song, the real song of the week that it was funny is because you actually had a tweet about not liking him, but I actually enjoy some of his music.
Ooh, Juice WRLD?
Yeah, man.
Ugh.
Hey, it's all right. I'm not saying you have to like him.
No, I know.
But I actually enjoy not everything, but he has a song called Candles. So that's my song of the week.
All right, that's fine. It's like weird because it's like people think I don't like Post Malone because I call him dirty. But I don't actually. I don't mind Post Malone that much. He got some songs that are good, but like Juice WRLD literally just sound like a Post Malone ripoff to me. And like I don't like any. I don't think I like any of his songs. I like a song that I guess it kind of segues into, you know what I mean, my song of the week. That boy Travis Scott dropped the album and that shit was fucking fire. I don't know. Everybody was listening to Astroworld with me on Friday night. That's what it felt like on Twitter. But and that shit had banger after banger on it. I don't know. I'm a big Travis Scott fan. I know. Shouts to Trav as always. He was telling me he don't really fuck with Travis Scott like that. Well, not that he don't, but it's just like he not that heavy with it. And I'm thinking like, how you not gonna fuck with a dude who got the same name as you? That's wild.
How are you not gonna fuck with a dude that has two first names?
Right? That's crazy. But nah, it was a banger. Astroworld. I like so many songs, but some of my favorites on there was No Bystanders. That one had Juice WRLD on it, but you know, I mean, I enjoyed it because he had a fucking 3 6 Mafia sample on there. Fuck the club up, and then I fuck with 5% Tent, NC-17 with 21 Savage on it. The shit that he had with The Weeknd. Obviously, the Drake song "Sicko Mode" is fire. They had the fucking song with Frank Ocean is fucking fire. It's the whole shit. I mean, he delivered, bro. I mean, he been hitting. You know what I mean? Birds in the Trap sing Brian McKnight was fired in 2016. Rodeo was hitting. So, he's been out here, doing numbers. So that's what's up. But I mean, if for some reason you haven't listened to it, definitely listen to it. And yeah,
I was bumping it, man. I gotta go back and listen to the songs you were naming in that order, but I was bumping some of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I guess everybody probably listened to it, so it was like, oh, I guess shout out to Mac Miller. His fucking album is pretty good. Like it's really like introspective. I don't know what it is, man. When these people break up with their girlfriends, like The Weeknd did, you know what I mean? They end up making these fire albums because they sad as shit, and it's sad. But like the fucking Mac Miller album's fire, and same thing with YG. I didn't like it as much as those other ones, but it still got some bangers on it. And YG 400 all day.
I thought Mac Miller had some sort of domestic violence shit too.
No, I don't think so. I'm not Mac Miller.
There was something about him that had people fall off of him for some reason.
I know he was like a drug addict. I think but I don't think he had anything crazy like that. I know he was dating Ariana Grande and they broke up or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, definitely check that out. Check YG out. I'll throw in some new shit on the intro to this shit, but those are my songs of the week.
Word. Well, Ty, once again, thanks for putting up for me for yet again another week. Next week we'll be in with a special guest, Terrio23. We tend to mention him a lot on the pod. We will kind of chat about the topics we'll talk about next week a little as the week progresses. But for the buckets, thanks for continuing to listen. For the new buckets and continuing buckets, where can they follow us, Ty?
Yeah, hit us up on Facebook, the Bucket Up Podcast. You can hit us up on Instagram at the Bucket Hat Boys, and we're also on Twitter at Bucket Up Podcast. And yeah, if you fuck with us heavy, you know what I mean. Like we're just growing. I think the last two pods that we did over like 100 or so listens, so that's pretty cool. But you know what I mean. Let people know about us. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to the homie Sapi. He just got married. Congrats. That's what's up, man. True love out here. I mean, I'm pretty sure he got engaged and married in like less than half the time me and Katie been engaged. So shout out to that. He was rocking. He was the one rocking the Bucket Up Podcast shirt the day before his wedding. That's real shit right there.
Damn, that's real.
That's real shit right there. And so shout out to him. Shout out to Spock, the other homie who's named Jesse. He was the one who sent me the Snapchat. But yeah, yo, if you fuck with us, definitely tell your friends, tell your homies. We got shirts coming out. You can get a shirt. They're only like $16. I think they look cool. And you could be like, people will come up to you, be like, yo, where'd you get that shirt from? Like, oh, I listen to this podcast. Homies from high school, or homies from college, or homies that you fuck with heavy. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? And let them know about us. But if you really mess with us, leave a review on iTunes, on Google Play, on SoundCloud. Leave a comment if you want to. If you want to hear us talk about anything, let us know. If you got a topic you're like, yo, I want to hear them, you know what I mean, flame that shit up. Let us know on any of our social medias. We happy to take any type of, you know what I mean, contributions. I can't even say shit anymore because I'm tired as fuck.
Speak on it.
But yeah, man, thanks for listening again. We out.
Cheers. Thanks again, man.
You.